Welcome to the Garage Door Heroes podcast. I am your host, Robb Leishman, founder of Legit 5 Garage Door Marketing, and this is the place where garage door dealers become true heroes in their markets and businesses. In each episode, I bring you proven strategies, insider stories, and conversations with industry leaders to help you grow your company, lead your team with confidence, and create the freedom you've been looking for. Because in this business, it's not just about fixing doors, it's about building lives, families, and legacies. Let's get started. All right, Garage Door Heroes. Thanks everybody that's kind of tuning in and taking a minute to watch this. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter presentation, but this is kind of unique and it's been kind of fun. I've got a special guest here. We got acquainted and kind of friends in the beginning, and then we helped him out, and it's Colin Thomas of A1A, right?
Correct.
Garage doors in San Francisco area.
Yes.
Really cool. I love that area. I've been there numerous times. I've got family that lives in Northern California. So it's awesome. And I am grateful that Colin would come on here and kind of tell his story. Now, I don't want to step on his toes. It's his story to tell, but we came in contact last fall, about 7-8 months ago. But then a couple of months ago, I was notified about a problem. We had a mutual friend that was aware of a problem he had with his Google business profile. And that's something we're good at, is solving GBP problems. That's formerly the Google My Business, right? Everybody kind of a lot of people still call it GMB or Google My Business, but Google has changed the name. So anyway, I'm going to just kind of invite Colin to kind of share and what happened and kind of where we're at. Thanks a ton, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, my name's Colin Thomas. I run A1A Garage Door Service and Installation here in the Bay Area. And last year, we were just kind of closing out the year. We had moved from one location to another. And in our transition, our Google profile was taken down because the address didn't match in different locations on our website and different Yelp profiles and things like that.
Right.
So Google, they said they couldn't verify our information was legit, so they took the whole profile down. And about that time, I had planned with my business partner to go to a seminar in Vegas. And that seminar actually led us to a garage door seminar that led us to meet you all. And so that's how we came into contact, and it was great meeting you all, spending time at that event. And then we were dealing with this issue at that point.
Oh, okay.
But we were hoping that it would resolve. Within a few weeks, I have a marketing team that works with us, and they weren't able to solve the issue. So our mutual friend put us in contact, and it seems like you guys have some strong resources that I was able to kind of lean on in hopes that we could find a better solution to this problem. And so you guys were like my backbone throughout, because I had kind of exhausted my resources for finding a solution. And Tanner was extremely helpful in just kind of keeping me calm and being very responsive when it came to letting me know the process of things and information that he needed from me. And I'd even reach out on the weekends. Maybe it was a Sunday and he'd still get back to me. So that was great. It took a little longer than we expected, but all the hoops that they had us jump through, you guys were very proficient in knowing what was needed. So I'm like over the moon. I'm only 2 weeks past that mark of dealing with this pain, so I'm still kind of
a little raw still.
Yeah, definitely. Still digging some dirt out of the wounds, but like I've got a big smile on my face right now because I'm in this position now. Like if this was 2 weeks ago, it wasn't this at all. It was a much tougher situation for us that, frankly, we were getting ready to close our doors. Like we had to figure out, how do we stay afloat during this time of not having that call volume from Google because it's such a powerful profile to have, right? Organic.
Yeah. Let's
So,
talk about that for a minute. I
yeah.
mean, I know I have people come to me, their company is 10 years, well, 10 years old, or even one that was close to 20 years old. They don't even have a GBP. They don't even know where that's supposed to start. And I'm going, in 2026, I mean, it's free for one thing. It's free. Sometimes it's a little work, but that is a very powerful asset. Talk about kind of how important that is that to you? Like how many calls, what kind of, I know the call volume is always up and down, but
Yeah.
what did it mean? And then what happened when it was shut off? How long was it shut off?
So I really relied on Google early on because, like you said, it's a free profile. So I was very review heavy or review based, making sure that I followed up with my customers and asked them to leave reviews because I know that that translates to being viewed online, as opposed to paying for leads through different sources, right?
Sure.
So I was like, well, yes, although it is work. Um, I'm essentially getting paid because I'm not paying for the lead, right? I'm doing the work to get the lead as opposed to paying for it, which is, it doesn't require much, right? Just putting pictures on your Google profile, asking for reviews, and really just making sure everything's up to date.
Yeah.
That kept me like continuing to climb.
There we go.
I think, I mean, I just stopped running ads because Google was performing so well. um, it was in my better interest to just entertain the customers coming from Google. And so I'd say they were 95% of my call volume until it
Bam.
happened. And then I had to kind of rely on referrals and then figure out, do I want to start running budgets again with different marketers? And, you know, basically push came to shove and I was like, I don't want to give this up. Like I know what its value is. So I need to figure out how to capture it. And I'm so grateful for companies like you all's because businesses need other businesses. In
Yeah.
what respect? Who knows? And like, I didn't know that I would need you guys in this respect. And having had you all's assistance throughout this process, um, it just gives me a lot of hope that I'm in the right business, that I'm in the right field, and I'm very grateful for the support, um, because it almost seems like fabricated, like it almost seems made up unless you hear about it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm very grateful to have encountered you all the way that it came about. For me personally, I'm spiritual and religious, and I believe in God, and that timing was very unique. Like,
Wow.
um, I couldn't have calculated that. I was very back and forth about going to the event. Um, and now here we are, right? I have the profile back. Um, we have a relationship now that we're building and able to expand on, um, which I'm also grateful for. So, in a lot of ways, sometimes you just have to throw caution to the wind and trust your resources. And um,
Yeah.
so I'm thankful. I'm thankful for our village that we have, our community that has really been there for support. Because there's a lot of potential in our industry,
For sure.
and industries overlap. And so, in the same way that you all were able to help me, I hope that one day when my business is doing better, I'm able to offer you all some resources if need be.
That would be awesome. That is so cool. That everything you just said in the last 5 minutes just is really profound. It encompasses a lot of things that I thought about. I've been dedicated to the garage door industry from my industry or from what we do for now going on almost 6 years. And I think I love what you said. The community and that we have is Awesome. But you'd mentioned, renewed faith or hope that you're in the right field in the right industry. I want to just hit on that. I absolutely feel there has never been a better time in history to be in the garage door industry. There are so many garage doors out there. There are so many people that, and particularly when it breaks, a spring breaks or the opener just gives up. Man, all of a sudden now people look to you like a savior and a hero. If they can't get in or out, they can't get kids to school, they can't get to work, or if they can't close the door, or if the door comes off track and they can't solve that. Now their home is vulnerable. Now we're talking about safety and security for homes and families, et cetera. And that is so meaningful. So thanks for being that deep about it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's awesome. Let's kind of go back to your GVP for a minute. How long had it been? How long had you worked on it yourself? Like from when it was turned off to you're like, oh, I can solve this. How long was that?
Before I was in touch with you all,
Yeah.
um, I'd say it was about 6 weeks.
Okay. 6 weeks. And how long did it take us to kind of bring it? Now I know there were two steps to it. We kind of had to bring it around to get approval, and then we had to get the reviews back. So there were a couple steps to the process.
Yeah, so getting the profile back, I'd say took a month from that period that we made initial contact. And then the reviews just took another maybe 7 or 8 days.
Okay. We did have to appeal that and try and get those back. But now it's
They
back.
came back. I mean, the time is relevant. I'm just thankful everything came back.
Yeah.
It took a little longer than expected, but we crossed the finish line, and that to me is what counts.
There we go. And now it's back in full, like it's in its full glory.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Google has said more or less that your Google business profile is free, but it is your maps ranking. It is your maps account.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the most important place you can be seen on the Google search page is the map pack, that 3-pack right there.
Okay.
Up to 65% of all the clicks and calls that happen on the Google search page, meaning Mrs. Jones has, 3 kids. She's got to get to school and she needs to get to work. She hits the opener. The door goes up. She hears a loud bang, and then now the door's not moving.
Yeah.
She goes to her phone and types in the Google search bar, garage door repair near me, or whatever she's going to search. She's going to pick somebody, and they are going to get, an easy converted lead like that.
Absolutely.
Please come and take care of me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an automatic spring job. She's not going to call 10 people. She's not going to have you come out and give an estimate and leave. She needs this door working, right?
Yes.
So in that moment, how do we make sure that we are there for her to click and call us? That is those reviews, right? Google has said it's free, but the currency that you have to pay to rank in the maps is reviews.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't love to hear that. The ones like you, guys like you, that embrace it and go, I'm just going to double down on this. It's free. It's a little work, but I can actually grow and scale and get a lot of calls just by playing the game.
Yeah.
People miss that because it's a long-term play.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change everything in a week. So that's why not just getting your Google business profile back is important, but getting those reviews back, right?
Yeah. And also, I think, as you mentioned that, I guess people might shy away from reviews because the work is somewhat demanding depending on your level of involvement in your own business. Like for me, I run service. I have an installer, but I'm doing the estimates and everything else under the sun. And so I guess I understand how people will lose that kind of excitement to get the review because of what it may take just to get the job. Um, but on the other end of that, I think like the work that I make sure I do on my part is I ask, are you happy with the service? And then I make sure that, there's some extra value that I'm leaving that encourages them to leave a review. So, it is work, right? We have to show up and let these people know that we're thankful for this opportunity. And I believe that that happens from the moment that either basically initial contact, whether it's me contacting them or they're contacting me, um, you know, they're spending money, right, to solve a problem. So if we can address as many pain points as possible to make or give them peace of mind, um, that reflects well on our business, right? And not just on our business, but on our industry. And so, like, I don't want to be a small light that just is like shining on my own flock. I want to be able to bring that to market, right? And say, hey, how can we improve all together, right? And continue to grow and make these people feel safe and comfortable in their homes, knowing that they have proper working equipment and people that care about the equipment that was installed. So that's like my rundown of how I'd like this business to grow.
That's awesome. That is great. And that is wholesome at the same time. That I think that's that I mean you're demonstrating that you're going to run with high integrity and high ethics.
Got to.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank
Um,
Well, you
so
all do the same. I mean, I'm following those that came before me. Not everybody that came before me, but I'm finding those who I feel are on that same path, right? We don't have the same journey, but we have the same path. We're all climbing up a similar mountain, and so I'm thankful whenever God places people in my life like you all that I can recognize. Oh, okay, I'm around. I'm doing this for the right reasons. I have the right support, and so I'm so grateful for you guys because. Um, like you guys didn't ask me for anything. You just came to my rescue. And I mean, because of that, like I mean, I still have a roof over my head, to be frank. Um, and it goes far beyond that. But as far as like, not not to get too emotional about it, but you all saved not just me, but my business. And so I have a second chance here. It's a 2.5-year-old business. The first 5 years are the toughest, and you feel that more as time
oh
goes.
yeah. Yeah.
And so are you going to be humble enough to say I need help, or are you just going to go down with the ship? And I called for help, and you guys came to my rescue. So thank you.
Well, great. We're thrilled to be a part of your process and a part of your journey. And hopefully there will be other opportunities to work together and help grow A1A. But it's been just a terrific experience over the last couple of months of getting to know you and getting to work with you and seeing, you know, we kind of know what we're doing, so it's a little bit predictable on our end. And I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm just saying we do this every day,
Sure.
but it's very fulfilling and validating to us to see this come to fruition and put you back on track, and you're going to go conquer the world with A1A in the San Francisco area. And I can't wait to see you grow and scale and become, just achieve your dreams.
Well,
So
thank you, Rob. I'm glad you guys have a high success rate. That is very important, especially in business, especially in California where it's so competitive.
yeah.
But I will say, I had a seemingly competent team who I've been working with for about a year and a half, and you all solved problems that they weren't able to. So Like, I guess it's kind of comparing like the Joe Schmo to that actual reputable company. Um, and I know you said you guys do it every day. Um, but that doesn't mean that it's easy, right? It means that you
Right.
guys like the same as I hold my standard for the reviews. It seems like you guys hold that same accountability and standard for your business. And so that's just like, I don't know, it's music to my ears to hear that that's how you all operate, because I mean, you speak it, and then I can also like, put those words to claim because I've experienced it myself. So,
Right on. Dude, you're awesome. You're awesome for coming on here and sharing those thoughts.
oh
I
yeah,
really appreciate it. And I know you've got a busy day in business to run, so I want to let you go, but I do want to just thank you again for talking with me. And just take a minute if you don't mind. Well, if someone's listening to this, which there's a lot of hours a month on the reporting of people listening to this podcast, but what would you say to people that are struggling or trying to figure out navigate their own way through the Google ecosystem, if you will, and that might be considering, hey, I might need some help here?
I would say definitely lean on your resources. If this isn't something that you understand, reach out to someone who does, and figure out how to um, work with them. It is a niche market. Understanding how Google works and their requirements, and so having a team like yours, it just it's who, not how, right? Like, I don't know how, so I need to find the who to do it. And you guys were that perfect solution for this scenario. So anybody who is struggling in any specific niche of their business that they don't know, just have a conversation with someone who does. And
Yeah.
this was maybe 3 conversations for me having found you all. And so I would say don't give up, just stay engaged and know that it's not no, it's just not yet. So just keep going.
There we go. Great. Great. Dude, thank you so much for your time today. I've loved our conversation, our little chat here. Thanks
Awesome.
to everybody that's tuned in and listening. And again, this is Colin Thomas at A1A Garage Doors in San Francisco. If you guys run into him at a trade show, go shake his hand, right? And let's all become a big family in the garage door industry.
Thank you, Rob.
Right on. You bet. Thank you, Colin. All right.
Take care.
You too, man. Okay, everybody, go crush it. Garage Door Heroes. Go let's dominate 2026. All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Garage Door Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Robb Leishman. If you got value today, hit subscribe and share this with another Garage Door Hero you know. This show is brought to you by the Legit 5 Garage Door Marketing Team, helping garage door companies grow and dominate their markets. Until next time, keep growing, keep leading, and keep winning.